So yeah, tell me a little bit then, speaking of operations, some of the stuff that's working well for you and your four centers today, and maybe even some of your consulting clients. What's some of the stuff you're seeing? You talked a lot about how to actually get a league rolling and doing the hard work of being out there on the floor. Tell me a little bit about some of the stuff you see working.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those guys that still believe that I was taught a lot of really, really good rules and ways that were pretty much set in the industry back in the day, where
Hmm.
you get your database, you make sure you call your bowlers before leagues, you send them reminder notices, you get down in the pits and just talk to your bowlers and ask
Hmm.
them to bowl in leagues and get to know your people. And I think so many times in the last, let's call it the internet era, right? Where we can just send out an email and then it was a
Hmm.
text and now it's social media and Facebook. Everybody thinks it's a magic pill that you just put it on Facebook and we'll
Hmm.
get bowlers. And we really focus very hard on still trying to have that one-on-one relationship in our centers with our bowlers. And you have to ask people to join a league. Yeah, sending stuff out on Facebook and email blast, people see it, they think about it, but everybody likes to be invited. You want to be
Yeah,
invited to the party, right?
right.
So I think that's what we focus mostly on, keeping it old school. And we still do work social media, we still work
Hmm.
databases, but we try to really make it to where our people relate to their customers. And I took one of my other keys up to a couple of our centers in Michigan the other day to talk about some of the improvements we want to make in the F&B area and such. And the first thing he noticed about the one center that we were at, he goes, "Wow, look at how all their people are engaged with the bowlers." The assistant managers out talking to people, our
Yeah.
waitresses. There was a much more engagement than our other center, which is a little bit more modern and newer way of doing things in South Carolina. So it was
Hmm.
great to see him notice that.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that you talk about what's working is I think sometimes we just forget how important it is just to watch. And
Hmm.
that's all he was doing. He was just watching.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we get so caught up in things. And sometimes we just forget to sit back and just watch what's really going on in your center. Watch that person walk into your building and see what they do when they get over to the arcade area and see what their interaction is with the kiosk, or did they go to the person at the counter to help them get a card,
Yeah.
and just see how your people interact. And I think it's so important, and I think we would really learn a lot. I mean, I know I do it all the time, and I've talked to several other good operators. Kevin Walters, who has Pinheads in Indiana, he goes, I sit in the car and watch people walk out to see if they have a smile on their face,
Yeah.
right? So
Right.
I think we need to get back to what's working for us is we like to do have a ball leagues. We like to do special events every quarter. And we just really try to give it a really good service experience. And be perfect all the time? Absolutely not.
Sure.
I'm not going to say that we do everything right all the time, but our that's our philosophy. That's what we try
Hmm.
to project to our customer base, that they're going to come in, they're going to get a quality product at a fair price, and the machines are going to go up and down. The ball's going to be coming back every time, and the
Hmm.
food's good and the beer's cold.
Yeah.
That's our goal every day. We're not going to try to do something we can't. So I think keeping it simple and just focusing on the quality of what you're offering, from the customer service to your
Hmm.
product, you're going to win.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the you. I like your approach because, like you said, a lot of people are looking for that magic bullet or that secret recipe kind of thing. And your approach has always been, now it's just do the blocking and tackling, the fundamentals, and people are going to have a great time and come back. And I always like that about your approach.
Yeah, I think it's true. And I always say that some of us that have been in the business a long time are probably not the smartest people in the world because we've just been in bowling.
Right.
But what we do know, because most guys that really put their heart and soul into the industry, and you've met a lot of them over your time of
Hmm.
bringing new clients in, onto your platform, is that the guys that have done it, I mean, they do it because of the love of the sport and love
Yeah.
of the business. So
Right. The customers,
look at,
exactly.
they've tried everything. We might not be the smartest, but we didn't miss the obvious. If there was a easier way and a better way to do it, we'd be doing it, right?
Right. Hmm.
All these other things that come along in technology and social media. Those are just another tool to help. But at
Right.
the end of the other day, it's still what the people that come into your business see you do. That's
Yeah.
what impresses them.
Yeah. Hey, did you like this video? Great. We make 10 of them a week. Subscribe to learn more and keep learning about what's working in the industry. Talk to you then.